Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. I'm here with Kelly Carpenter from the Broadway Cruise, the executive producer, one of two. Greg Kaminsky, your partner, is not here today.
Not here.
Director, creative director, Michael Lee Scott, and host and musical director, Seth Rudetsky. Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the Broadway Cruise.
Yes.
Which kicks off when, Kelly?
July 8th of next year, we're leaving out of New York City and
thank
sailing to Bermuda.
How exciting is this that you have your creative team back together again?
Oh, I'm so happy to see them. Yay!
Yay.
Michael's been busy. Tell everyone what Michael's doing.
I'm the art director for the Wendy Williams show now.
He's been very busy.
Very busy.
We're
Every
gonna
morning,
steal him
very
away
early.
when he's done in May, and he's gonna work on this. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. From television back to the Broadway world.
exactly.
It's like a little mini vacation for you at the same time.
Yes, mini vacation.
Mini sun damage.
The beautiful
Yeah.
pink beaches of Bermuda will be waiting for you.
Right, with no commercials. Broadway Cruise, no commercials.
Michael, give me your history with the cruise and what you're expecting to do this year.
History.
Well, I was with the cruise from the beginning, and so we create all the big musical numbers that we would do for the beginning of every cruise. We try to just take some Broadway number and rewrite it to make it really fun about that trip. We always throw in where we're going into the number and some sass. And so it's so fun to throw that together. Plus with the talent that we bring, our team members, we have this great group of people to pull from that are Broadway talent to do these big, splashy numbers for the cruise. And then we have things during the week that are entertaining as far as like little numbers that we have pop-ups here and there.
And what Michael Lee brings to the table is really amazing. He also works with Broadway Bears, and he helps do these amazing, wonderful shows. And we're going to hopefully take the essence of that type of programming and those amazing, talented dancers and performers and create similar type of numbers on board the ship.
Yeah.
He'll be stripping.
They'll be stripping.
To be honest.
I don't know about that, but
You can totally strip by the pool. I think that'd be great, actually.
oh, that would be fun.
Well, Seth, talk about some of the things you'll be doing on the cruise.
Gaining weight is A.
A great thing.
No,
I'm
Seth
sure
is
that-
very
yeah.
good. Seth is in
You're
that
really
gym
good about it.
every day.
I am, but I'm also eating 24 hours a day. There's non-stop food on the cruise. It's cray. So I will be eating, yet exercising. I just do sort of all the music, I guess. Like we have the big opening show, which is kind of like a variety show with all this Broadway talent. And then we do all these people separate acts, like, in the past we've had Orfeh and Gavin Creel and
Or Audra McDonald.
Audra McDonald twice, I think.
Christine Ebersole.
Twice.
Yes.
Norma Lewis. We had Emily Skinner, Alice Ripley. So I do all their acts. Andrew McCardle. And then we also do usually like a big musical show at the end of the week. Either like 70s night with all crazy 70s songs. But we've been lately doing these kind of concert versions of musicals where we did Chicago and we did Annie, where we sort of do kind of the whole, what you want to see from the show, and we cut out the bad parts.
And it's narrated by Seth, so he fills in the bad parts.
Yeah, I feel in the bad parts.
Seth, talk a little bit about, we talked in this last video about this Broadway camp that we did, and we did a test run of it in Club Med,
yeah.
and Seth was in charge of all the sort of musical direction for that, and what happened is these kids took all these camps, and the adults took the camps, and then they participated in the last show.
It actually wound up being great, because on paper it sounded like a horrible idea. But it wound up being great, because so we had like 4 different groups of different age groups, from like young kids, middle kids, older kids, over-the-hill adults, and then we did like a different number for each group. So we did Do Re Mi with the youngest kids, and they were like adorable and amazing. Yeah. Then we did
Supercalifragilistic with the
teens.
Kids.
Yes.
Gavin did it with
and
the
Gavin
teens.
Creel recreated all the original choreography and played Bert. And what was the other number that we did with the kids?
So Long Farewell.
So Long
with the
Farewell.
So
little
Long
kids.
Farewell, so cute!
Yeah.
And then it was All That Jazz.
And then with the adults, we did all that jazz. And the adults learned all the original choreography. Maybe that was illegal, but they learned all the original choreography.
Dan
You were at
Lebuono.
sea, so.
But
Yes.
they were crazy.
Dan Lebuono taught.
Dan Lebuono taught it, and they were like, so the adults were like on
Serious.
their gig, so serious,
They were
like
serious about
they
it.
kept staying like extra half hour. They were on, they're all in black, on their fussy
They were by the
black.
pool. They were practicing. It was great.
It was like because there's so many adults like used to do musical theater in high school or college and had to give it up, and this was like their opportunity to finally like give it
Well,
a
and it's a
chance.
judgment-free environment. There's no one going to be,
Right.
if you get something wrong, no one's going to tear you to
No,
shreds.
it's just
like a
fun.
New York audience. It's just
We were comparing
fun.
it there. We were comparing it to these fantasy sports camps.
Yes.
That it's sort of a similar idea. It's like that you get to live out this fantasy. You've always been a theater fan. You've never had the talent or the courage to get up on stage, and it's a way to sort of live it out.
See, what I think is exciting about this cruise is it is for the ultimate Broadway fan, but it's also like master classes. I mean, you bring all these great people on them. You're learning from the best people, so it's like a vacation and a master class at the same time.
Well, it's also hanging out. I think,
Yeah.
like when I was a kid, like if I even met someone that like was like the 8th replacement cast. I was like, ah, Broadway star.
Right.
Like this, like you're just like having breakfast with Gavin Creel. Like everyone
Right.
just mills with each other.
And everybody that does these kind of trips wants to participate with the guests. So there's not people that are just like, give me my paycheck and I'll just show up for my... Everybody is there to participate. They're not going to participate in the workshops, but they're going to be performing at night and having meals with us, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right. It's a very friendly environment.
It's total immersion in Broadway.
Total immersion.
What I love is the age difference. It's really great. You have young kids, you have teenagers, you have adults. Talk about the diversified group of people that come on the cruises.
Well, part of the reason we chose the summer is so that families could come. And, we tinkered with doing it in the fall and be more, just adults. And I think that a lot of families, Broadway is a experience they go and do together. And the great thing about a cruise ship is it does have kids programs built into the ship's programming. So you can go on board as an adult, your kids can participate in the kids' ship programs, they can participate in our camps, and then you meet them at night for dinner, and it's a true family
or
experience.
not, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I bring Julie. I literally see her at the beginning of the cruise and at the end. I mean, she drops us. She's busy all day long.
It's true.
It's true, but I mean, that's why we really wanted to do it in the summer, so the entire family could participate. And not only that, I just booked a family today that has 3 teenagers, so there's wonderful teen activities also on
Teenagers
board.
love it. Liz Calloway brought her teenage kid and
Yeah.
was obsessed.
Yes.
Had a blast.
Yes. So I would say that's one thing wonderful about a cruise. It has experiences for all ages, and also about what we're going to bring. It's going to be all family-oriented programming. That being the workshops, you can participate if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you can go hang out by the pool and just go to the theater shows at night. You can participate at whatever level you want to.
And all different kinds of kids. Like, remember we had this one kid that was like autistic, and like literally like learned the full choreography to Supercalifragilistic was on his gig.
Yeah.
Right, he was great.
You don't have to be like an amazing musical theater star to be in it and still do a good job.
Right.
And you leave out of New York, which I think is
Ah,
really exciting.
so
the
delicious.
theater capital of the world.
theater
Especially
capital
for
of the
you
world.
guys, I'm
Right.
sure, because you live a few
Yeah.
blocks away.
Well, it's part of the reason we chose New York City, because A, we can get the best talent in the world lives here, and we can just bring them in a taxi cab and put them on the boat.
What's so great about doing a cruise is like it's not like when you fly on vacation you have to deal with the airplane. As soon as you get on the cruise, your vacation begins. That's what I love. Like
Right.
I go from my apartment and like a half hour later, like I'm on vacation.
Right, and you unpack, you
And
And
wake
you're
up tomorrow,
sailing
you're
out from under
somewhere
the
else.
bridge.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right,
great.
sailing out of New York. There's nothing better than sailing out of New York City.
The other thing that we're offering is this Broadway pre-package. So if you are flying from California or from somewhere that you want to come a little bit early and enjoy the magic of New York City theater, we're going to be putting together a 2 or 3 day package that's going to include hotel, shows, dining, all sorts of fun stuff to do in New York City. So keep posted for
Can I
that.
come see your show?
I was gonna say this is delicious actually. Well, on the boat I actually do my signature chatterboxes as well, which are these sort of in-depth interviews with Broadway stars / mortifying video footage from their past. So it's kind of rich both. So I'll be doing that as well.
I would have loved to have had this growing up. That's, I think, the most exciting
Right.
thing. Like, if you have a family and you have someone who's interested in maybe a career, in the theater, or just, like you said, the love of it, to go and to work with all you people and to see all these
And it's
shows.
a low price point level. Like it's
Yeah.
not like a
I
crazy
mean,
expensive cruise.
Exactly. Well, when you think about to see that level of talent for 7 days straight,
Right.
with the amount of money you would have to pay. So
Well,
it's
just
like,
to go on a regular vacation in a hotel with your kid, why not go on a cruise like this where you can be on vacation, they can be on vacation, but they also get this Broadway immersion.
right. You could participate as much as you want. You can go to every single thing, or you could say, you know what? I'm
Pass.
hanging by the pool. I'm going to go see, Gavin perform tonight. Or
Yeah, that's people's big fears. People that don't want to do cruises, they're like, I'm claustrophobic. I don't want to see people all the time. I'm like, you can stay in your room the whole time and have all your meals sent there. You can avoid
Right.
everybody if you have agoraphobia. It's like you're not. I mean, you really can have both, whichever one you want.
It's such a beautiful ship. When I was looking at the photographs on
Yeah.
the website, and the theater must be really exciting for
It's
you
a Broadway
to...
size
they're-
theater.
Yeah, they're as large as most Broadway
Yeah.
theaters.
And they have like a rotate, they have the
Yeah, they
Les
have a rotating
rotation.
table in the middle. They've got
must be really
elevators.
happy
They have
with
a
that.
list.
which we've used a few.
Yes,
We
we
did.
did.
We did
yes.
play with-
Yeah, it was amazing. Anyway, what is your favorite Broadway show, Michael Lee?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to
I
think
know.
for a minute about. Oh, probably Sweeney Todd, like the big crazy splash. Come on, there's nothing better.
I don't know.
Sweeney's your
Sweeney
favorite-
Todd, yeah.
all-time favorite
No,
for
I
you.
have too many. I have.
What's that?
Chorus line.
Oh.
Ooh! I have
Chorus line. Oh come on, isn't it the anniversary?
yes, 50th.
Yes.
There's too many.
50th.
I have like the top five.
So those are your top 3. So let's
Yeah.
say A Chorus Line, Dreamgirls, and West Side Story are your top
Yes.
3.
Delicious.
I have to tell you where we are. We're at Don't Tell Mama, which is one of New York's
Oh, yeah.
leading theatrical piano bars, and piano bars play a big part on the cruise,
Oh, yeah.
don't they?
They sure
How
do.
fun is that?
It's great because the performers like literally just bring their audition book and like just like come and sing at night. It's really fun.
Talk about performer wannabes. I mean, it's fantastic because on the ship, bring your book.
Yeah, exactly. You
You're
don't
going to
have to be
have
Broadway star to sing
wonderful
the piano
pianists
part.
that can play anything.
Yes.
Bring your book and come sing it.
One of the
sing
same,
on the show.
yeah, people joined in, and on one of the cruises, actually, Cyndi Lauper's like, I want to sing. She crawled up and laid on the piano and sang
Laid
a
on the
couple
piano and
songs. I
sang.
mean,
Both you guys are so busy with everything you do. When do you start planning for the cruise? Because you're working on Wendy Williams now.
Right.
You nonstop between writing books, writing articles, your radio show. How do you do it?
it's usually the week before, right?
How do you do it?
Exactly. Adult ADD. Wait till the night before, actually.
No.
No, it's a pride. You just sort of throughout the year emails.
And also, I think as
and-
people come up with ideas, I mean,
building.
that's sort of the great thing is that everybody's worked together for so long that all of a sudden, somebody will pop an email and be like, I have a great idea.
Yeah.
It
Right.
just sort of happens. And
You have a shorthand.
So what's
Yeah.
been the best part of the experience? Because you gentlemen have done a few of these cruises before.
God, I've done almost every one,
one,
right?
yeah.
I've done every one. Well, we've always done it as our family, but we finally realized like we actually were doing so much Broadway. Why not actually just call it the Broadway Cruise for what it actually is?
Right.
So it hasn't ever been the Broadway Cruise till this year, and we're combining the Broadway Camp, which we've never done before on the cruise.
Right.
So it's kind of
Right.
everything now.
for me as an outsider, just watching what these guys can create and seeing how happy it makes people, like the amount of joy in a room when they create these performances or when they see their kids up there performing with Broadway performers, it really is, it's a high by the end of the trip that, to see how much joy you guys bring to
I think,
these families.
honestly, my favorite thing is the last concert, what we've done a few times.
Sam.
Seth will write a story,
Oh,
some story
that.
that ties together these random songs. It's hilarious because it all makes sense.
Thank you.
But it's
Alec
genius.
Mappa was the host of the fairy tale story on the
yeah.
last trip.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
So yeah, we do the Broadway Belters thing, our family, blah, blah, blah. And this year, we have kind of an eclectic collection of songs, so I wanted to try to string them together with something that everyone would appreciate. So I turned it into an Our Family fairy tale, so the adults will appreciate the gender benderness, the children will appreciate the fairy tale aspect, the Gaines chorus will appreciate the belting. What else do I have to say about it? Hey, we also did a theater camp. So we had 4 different groups in theater camp. We had the youngest, the middle youngest, the oldest, and then the really oldest, the adults, who were very hard to control.
So
Really
fun.
fun.
Because it's like, it's not like, I was shocked at how big the theater is, but it's really like, it's like what, 1,200 seats
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
So it's like to have that many people
It's bigger than the music box.
laughing, it's delicious. It really is like a week of joy. And that's why when you said the last night, I got depressed because I'm like, oh, the last night is always so
Yeah,
sad.
it is sad.
Yes.
Where can people go to book tickets?
Go to www.thebroadwaycruise.com.
Perfect. Go to that site, book the Broadway Cruise. It leaves again.
On July 8th next year.
Wow. We'll be there. See you then.
All
Peace
right.
out.
Peace out.